What's up, everybody? Andrew Mahone here with Tricky Jim. Gonna be rocking a game on PTCGO today, and I know this format's a little bit old at this point. Everybody's waiting for Celestial Storm to come out. I'm stoked on Celestial Storm. Cannot wait to get some new archetypes going. Can't wait for the new Rayquaza GX card. Really excited about that. I'm hoping that it's playable in our US format. I mean, I'm looking at it for Worlds as a potential play, looking at it for next format with some different cards without Max Elixir and stuff like that. I think it could be a lot of fun, but today I'm going to play Metagross GX. Nice, wholesome archetype that one-shots things like Golisopod GX that are looking to get buffs next format. Once the format slows down a little bit, Golisopod GX definitely gets more powerful, so that's something to look out for. And maybe our metal type brethren, like Metagross, get a little bit of an increase in play, but potentially not with hands like this. We've got ourselves a Mimikyu start and two Metang and a Cynthia, which is not the worst thing ever, but not fantastic. Usually you want to start out with a Bridget if at all possible. And to be honest, I have no idea what S. Donkey Man over here is playing. I saw some switch cards, some grass energy. I just have no clue. We've got an N as well and a Sycamore. I'm going to start things off with a Cynthia. Yeah, no real reason to do anything other than that. And we do have a Beldum. And I can also Filch next turn, so that's kind of cool. I think I'll just attach the Psychic Energy there and pass to my opponent. Next turn, I have Bridget and Filch. It could be worse, honestly, but you can see why I'm probably not going to consider Metagross GX in a format like the one we have currently with strong energy and fighting Fury Belt and things like that. Buzzwole decks are just way too aggressive for my liking to play. A stage 2 deck like this makes it a little, makes me way too nervous. Next format, though, the format does slow down considerably. Oh my goodness, my opponent getting in there with the Tapu Lele scaring me a little bit, but that's okay. This looks like a dedicated Golisopod deck, if I had to guess. So probably like Golisopod and Octillery. That's what I'm thinking. We're going to go get ourselves these guys here. And no need to filch, since we top deck that Sycamore. We could just go in here, and we'll probably go in with Alolan Vulpix. Yeah, that seems good. And we could beacon for a couple of things. That, or I could just... Yep, nope, that's definitely the play. Yeah, we're going to retreat into Vulpix. I don't have a fourth Beldum, so that's not an option. Retreat here. And I'm going to not attach that energy to the active, I don't think. Yeah, we'll just Sycamore that energy next turn. No problem. Let's just beacon, get ourselves two Metangs, and pass to my opponent. Can't attach that metal energy to the active yet, because that'll just give my opponent an easy knockout on the Vulpix, and I don't want to just give them a free prize like that for sure. Now, this matchup should be pretty good for us. Both my deck and my opponent's deck have ways to heal themselves, and I just have constant energy acceleration. Very good. I have more hit points. They're never going to score one hit KO on me. Probably never going to score one hit KO on them either, where that would be pretty cool if I was playing the Ultra Necrozma in here. That'd be pretty dope. But we are playing a deck that is built to attack with Metagross. Metagross takes 2 metal energy, so things don't just quite work out like that. Pretty sure the Ultra Necrozma, the Ultra Necrozma, I don't want to sound dumb, but the Ultra Necrozma, I'm pretty sure you have to discard the Psychic, right? I'm Googling it right now. We're going to look it up. I am always giving it a hard time for not actually reading the cards. Photon Geyser, discard all basic Psychic Pokemon from the Psychic Energy from this Pokemon. Yeah. So you have to discard the Psychic. So it would be just constructed differently to have to accommodate for Ultra Necrozma. You can't just choose to discard different, you can't choose to discard the metal energy for damage instead of the Psychic. Now, there was a Rayquaza EX where you did have the option to choose, but that's just not what we're dealing with here. Okay, I think I actually am going to promote this Beldum here, just in case I do get the rare candy and the Metang. So I'm going to do this here and this here, and my opponent's got no tools in play, so I can't Ultra Ball away Field Blower and Metagross, and there's not really anything that I want this guy, like could help us a little bit. So I'll just get Delmise because I want to thin the deck as much as I can before this Sycamore. And the goal is to get a rare candy Metagross. Like, that's what we want. And we got it, because if we get rare candy Metagross, you can see why I left the Beldum in the active position. Then we get to Geotech Systems this turn, which is what we want to do. So we were going for the Geotech. We're getting the Geotech here. Let's just accelerate the 1 metal to him. And then he gets to go ahead and Algorithm GX, which is awesome. Now, it's a little bit frustrating. I am like 2-hit KOing these Golisopods, but I think I could be okay here. Let's Algorithm. I got to get rolling on this, though, because I'm typically very slow with my algorithms. Let's see. I've got N, which is already a good supporter to have. I've got Field Blower, Max Potion. That's fine. Parallel City could be good, I guess. I kind of like that. Let's see. Bridget. Choice Bands. We need some more energy, and we've got Ultra Balls already, so that's good. And then, I don't know, Parallel seems pretty good as well. That's all fine. Let's just get those things. So we're getting some energy, getting some Metagrosses, getting a Parallel City. We just have a bunch of options, to be honest. I think Algorithm GX is the kind of thing I could imagine spending like all day thinking about, and just like making sure that you have the perfect 5 cards. But I think so long as I just grab 5 cards that allow me to perform an attack this turn, I pretty much can't go wrong. I already had the Max Potion in my hand, so I knew I was going to be able to do that. So long as I get to kind of Max Potion and attack, I have Guzma and N in my hand. That's pretty much anything a Metagross player could possibly want. Okay, so I'm doing 160 damage with this Delmise right now. I can knock out this Lele, so like that feels pretty good, and I think I just do that. I think that feels excellent, and then I can like parallel my opponent the other way and make them remove either Tapu Koko or Wimpod or Oranguru, and like that feels pretty good. So I think I'm just going to Max Potion this guy, and then we are going to Ultra Ball away 2 Metal Energies as well, and get ourselves probably like a Lele. Seems fine just to have an option to get a different supporter if we decide that we want it. That seems okay. And then we are going to Guzma, yes, that Lele, and we're going to put him into the active position. Then I have plenty of energy in the discard pile, so we get to Geotech Systems 3 times. Sure. And be good to go. I cannot copy GX attacks with my Mimikyu, but I need to try and keep him in mind. I can use him to trade with a Golisopod, in a pinch, if the Golisopod's got some damage on it already. But other than that, I don't think he's going to be really that excellent. I don't, really see him. My opponent's already at 5 prizes, so I don't really see the point there. I am going to parallel my opponent. It could be good to parallel them and decrease their damage output. I think I got to actually consider that, because if I parallel them the other way, stick them with that, then they're stuck doing first impression for like not nearly enough. They're like not even 2-hit KOing. But I think they're going to have, my suspicion is that they'll have trouble 2-hit KOing me anyways, because they would need to have like Choice Band, and they would need to have Choice Band every time to do that. They don't have any Choice Band in play. So I'm going to just say, like, I think that you'll have trouble doing it anyway. So we're going to go with that, especially since they don't have a free retreater now. They'd have to armor press, so like that's fine. I don't know. Maybe that ends up being the wrong call. I could have bumped my Mimikyu here, but I really liked getting rid of their, getting rid of their Tapu Koko. That like felt good for sure. And if they armor press without a Choice Band here, then they are just in a bad spot. I mean, okay, they do get the Choice Band, so maybe, maybe we do this the other way potentially. But anyways, this is where we're at now, so that is fine. I could go in and armor press with the Mimikyu this turn. That doesn't, I could like throw 2 more non-GX Pokemon at them, which actually like could be the play here to like make them chew through a bunch of non-GX Pokemon. I think Armor Press with the Mimikyu gets me a 150. I could also Anchor Shot. The defending Pokemon can't retreat. I kind of like that. I mean, they could hit Guzma, though. I don't really think that the Dhelmise helps me hit any fantastic numbers. Rescue Stretcher doesn't really get me back anybody that I need right now. So let's just attach... let's Ultra Ball. Sure, I'm going to get just another energy in the discard pile here. And I'm going to get rid of that and that. That's fine. So I'm just going to get rid of those just to thin my deck a little bit before this end. I think if I do Anchor Shot, that like seems pretty good because my opponent might not knock out this Dhelmise. So like that could be good. So we're going to try that because, you know, they can't Armor Press the Dhelmise for knockout. So, you know, we're going to see. Now, we didn't get a Max Potions. That's a little bit of a bummer. But we are going to retreat here, do not quite enough for, you know, 2-hit KO with Dhelmise, but we can always retreat and do enough damage with a Metagross to knock this thing out. So let's Geotech Systems. We're going to get, one metal and then two metals and a Psychic Energy onto the active. Very good. I do wish that I had my 4th Metagross right now, but we have a Beldum prize, so that's not an option. Then I can attach this basic metal energy somewhere. That's probably fine. Just in case I happen to get in a weird situation where my Metagross gets knocked out or something like that, I guess that's an option. That seems fine. Yeah, we're just going to do that. And then we're going to Anchor Shot, hit this guy for, 80 damage, something like that. 80 plus 130 gets me a perfect 210. So I had thought this out a little bit, 80. And then 130 with Metagross is Giga Hammer after my opponent. Presumably, if they do Armor Press, like I'm still getting good math there. But now my opponent has bad math on this Dhelmise. They have to First Impression it. They don't have free retreat on this Golisopod. And they actually can't retreat this Golisopod because I Anchor Shotted it. So they have no excellent way to deal with Dhelmise unless they have Guzma in hand, in which case they're really just delaying the inevitable because they would just, I could keep kind of going in with Dhelmise here and threatening the 2-hit KO. Fortunately, they did not heal this Golisopod, so that's pretty good for me. Do have Ultra Ball in my hand. I can go for a supporter next turn. Oh, we're playing this guy. This Pokemon takes 30 less damage from attacks. That's bad. I actually am going to need this Dhelmise in order to knock him out because I need to do 160 damage to it because of that armor ability. If your opponent attacks your Pokemon as Pokemon GX or EX, does 70 more damage. So Resolute Cause is doing 180 damage to my guys here. They do not knock out my Dhelmise. That's fantastic. Now I can go knock you out. I feel pretty comfortable Ultra Balling away here. My opponent has already GX'd, so that's totally fine. I could just go... Oh, I got rid of that Lele, didn't I? Okay, the Lele's gone. I shouldn't have done that. I should have kept the Lele in deck, but that's fine. This is just this is what we're rocking with right now. So we're cool. We're totally fine. We're going to retreat into this Sweaty Gross over here, and we're going to discard those two, and that's fine. I think no, you know what, I actually am going to keep the metal on. I'm going to discard those two. Done. That's fine. Retreat, and then we're going to Geotech Systems, and we're going to knock out this active guy here. Now this is, getting a little down to the wire here. My opponent is not giving me a lot of great options here coming down the wire. I have to knock out this thing. They could sweep me up if I don't draw into Max Potions, but we'll see how it goes. We do get the knockout here. We do go down to 2 prizes. My opponent has to find a... Oh, I forgot I'm doing 140. I'm not doing 130. I keep forgetting about Dhelmise. Hey, and we get a Lele out of here, so we're good. We can start hitting some Max Potions and saving our butts from this stuff. So... Opponent's got Field Blower. Now, I think the worst case scenario would be if they had Guzma and knocked this out, but I have the Lele now to go grab myself an energy to get an attack off with Metagross, even if they knock out one of my guys. But it appears as if they are not playing Guzmas. They are just playing a lot of things like Hala. So that's not really great for them. They need to be, I think, playing more Guzmas in this deck so that they can target down my Metagrosses on the bench. They do get 180 damage there. That kind of stings a little bit, you know, but it's all good. Let's attach some of these choice bands here. My opponent's got 2 prizes remaining. I could just knock out this Golisopod and then knock out that Oranguru for game. So not super concerned about that. Gonna put choice band there, choice band there. Then let's just get this Lele down, and I would like to Sycamore, give myself the highest, no, not that. I'd give myself the highest chance possible of drawing into a max potion. Even if I don't draw into a max potion, I still have knockout on this Golisopod, which is good. Do not draw into a max potion, but that's a-okay. So let's just retreat into the clean one here, and then we are going to, yep, Giga Hammer for 160. That's just enough with my Delmise there. So thank goodness we have that. Even the Delmise had gotten knocked out, though, we still have some rescue stretchers in our hand, so we could have gotten it back. No problemo. And then we have Guzma for game. And let's see, we can accelerate Geotech Systems. Very good. Then I think I attach one of these here. Just so now all I need is Guzma for game. And I can just Guzma up that Oranguru and knock it out. So that way, even if one of my Metacrosses gets knocked out, I have it. I mean, I think I have it anyway, because if he knocks out one of these Metagrosses, then I just go up and attack with this one again. So there's no way my opponent comes out of this one. We are good to go. Nice, Delmise getting in there, really helping with the 2-hit KO there, also helping me hit some relevant numbers against that non-GX Golisopod. There's a max potion, but we're good to go here. My opponent, I imagine they finally have Guzma by the promotion of the Oranguru there. We probably have it, that, or maybe they're going for Floatstone or something like that. This might be, I was going to say, is my opponent playing a next format deck? It looks like they might be playing, I think they are playing a next format deck, so I think they are playing a deck that might not play any cards from the XY block. This is probably a Sun and Moon on deck, which is very cool. So shout out to my opponent for that. I don't think that I've played too many cards. I guess Sycamore and N. Yeah, Sycamore and N are the big ones here that my opponent, I messed this one up. I needed to promote anything else, but it's fine. I still have it. We've got Guzma on that guy, and then we just need to pay to retreat that Lele, and we are good to go for game. So my opponent definitely hindered by the fact that they did not play any sort of Ns or Sycamores, I don't think, right? Yeah, this is an entirely next format deck, so cool stuff. Shout out to my opponent for that and for showing us a cool deck with the Sun and Moon on format, Golisopod only, just Golisopod Big and Golisopod Junior. But anyways, Sweaty Gross getting to show off its stuff. It's possible that Metagross becomes a decent deck next format as well. Only thing we're really losing there out of the archetype is the Sycamores and the Ends, which can, easily be Hala or other copycat stuff like that. Hala, pretty good with Metagross considering that you're usually going to want to algorithm first. But anyways, thank you all for watching the video. Make sure to like the video, sub to the channel, ring that bell. Let me know what do you guys think of Metagross in the comments below. Peace.